Okay, you know, I'm always gonna have a Unice review for you guys. So let's see what came in this box. As you can see, we have a satin bag, and this is the typical Unice box. So let's open her up. Okay, so we do have looks like a 1B wig. We're gonna take this out so we can see what else is in the packaging. So you do get a wig cap, some lashes, a wig band, a melting band, and this thing right here, that's a brush, okay? So let's move this box out of the way, and let's bring this wig back into frame. So, what is this? We have a water wave wig, 24 inches, okay? And it looks like it is a closure. Is it a closure? Let's see. So yep, it's definitely a closure. It comes packaged really well. It has a net on it, and then it is definitely stuffed with styrofoam and paper so it can keep the shape of the wig. Now this type of wig is a breathable wig, so it's not going to feel heavy on you. Some people like this cap, some people don't. It's just about preference. I'm gonna take this off so you guys could get a better view of the actual cap. Okay, so here it goes. This is the cap, and so like I said, this is a breathable, lightweight cap. A lot of people don't like the, being able to see the tracks or anything like that. But again, like I said, it's preference. It does come with combs, elastic band, and adjustable straps. It also has this plastic silicone to help keep your wig in place. I think this is a 5x5 closure, and the lace is already pre-cut for you because a lot of the girlies like the pre-cut lace. So I'm noticing that a lot of wig vendors are doing this method right here. Also, the knots are not bleached, so we are going to go in and bleach these knots. But other than that, let's take the net off so we can just really go in and get a good look at the texture. So yes, this is definitely a true water wave wig, and this is like one of my favorite textures to ever wear. Like, if you see me, you already know you're gonna see me in some type of a light wavy wig. This is kind of like a wet and wavy. This texture is a definitely good texture to have, especially when you are on vacation, because it's just light maintenance. It's so easy to maintain. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump into bleaching the knots, and yeah, let's get this video going. You know what time it is. It's time to bleach some knots. So of course, we're gonna do quick glue with 30 volume developer, and you're gonna need something to mix this in, preferably something non-metal. Okay, so we're gonna do a 1-to-1 ratio, meaning equal parts. So I'm gonna take 1 scoop, of bleach, to the same amount of developer, and you want to mix it together to get the consistency that you are looking for. So you want something thick, but not too thick. All right. And I'm gonna put a little bit more developer in there, just a tad bit, because once it starts oxidizing, it's going to get a little thicker, and it's probably going to be a little bit hard to spread. So just probably like a tablespoon more, and we're gonna mix it back up. See, it's already getting thicker, so we didn't want that. So boom, there we go. So we have our unit here, and we're just gonna apply the bleach all in the inside of the lace. And you want to definitely be careful because you don't have wiggle room. So you want to make sure that you're not getting it on the actual hair. I like to focus it on the hairline. And there you go. So you want to make sure that the bleach is covering the knots. So I like to go in and kind of push it a little bit, not too much, because you don't want to have hot roots. So you push it up a little bit, like that. And it's going to expand and it's going to bleach. So we're going to let it process for about 20 minutes. Okay, so I did let it process for about 20 minutes, and now you see me washing the bleach out. Make sure that all the bleach is off the cap and off the hair. Just wash it thoroughly, you guys, because you do not want any type of chemical burns, or you don't want your wig or your natural hair to be processed. Just make sure it's washed. All right, so I am going to take some Aussie Moist and I am going to lather that up to shampoo the wig, and then I'm also going to take Vanilla No Yellow Purple shampoo to tone out the knots. All right, and so I'm just going to do that just to make sure that everything is toned and clean, and then we're going to go ahead and start the basically the customizations. But this wig was already pre-plucked, so we don't have to do that. I did add baby hairs just because that's just the type of person I am. You do not have to add baby hairs with this. This is going to be a completely glueless unit. We're not using anything to lay this wig down. And yeah, and I like this kind of cap because how it sits like a dome cap on your head instead of like one of those regular wig caps. So when it's a closure, it's really like snugging your head, so like that wig is not going nowhere. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to the next step. On the beat. So Cantu is my favorite product to use when molding hairlines and putting it on the curly wigs, the wavy wigs. Like, this is my product. A lot of people say that Cantu leave their hair crunchy, and it's because you're not using enough water. You want your hair saturated, and then you want to use a good amount of Cantu Wave Whip Mousse, okay? And you want to saturate the hair and leave it alone. Do not touch it. Let it air dry, and I promise you, your curls gonna look like wet and wavy. They're gonna look juicy. They are not gonna be fluffy. They're not gonna be frizzy. Just do not touch it and let it air dry. Like, and it's that simple. I always get stopped and asked about my waves, and it's just like all I literally use is water and mousse. Like, that's it. So I'm going to put some baby hairs down, cut them, and then mold them down with the mousse. And I'm also going to use some gel for this process because the top of the hair wasn't laying down how I wanted to, and I just needed a little bit more more assistance. So this is extreme wet line, and I'm gonna just take the smallest amount, like smaller than a dime, like smaller than that, like half a size of a dime. You want to take that much, and then I just spread it across the front of the hairline, and then combed it in, and then just took my got to be free spray, sprayed the hairline, and then my Wrap-it strips, wrapped it, and put her under the dryer. And so this is what she looks like after she came out of the dryer. She is shining. She's lustful. She has so much luster. That is what I'm trying to say right there, right there. This is summer hair. This is effortless summer hair. And what I like about textures like this is that you can straighten this, or you can leave it wavy. But when you straighten a loose wave like this, like it usually pops back. You losing your texture too much, you know. And so like a lot of people like to, you know, have one wig that they could do both. They could get both worlds out of that situation, because, you know, money be funny, and I understand it. So, you know, textures like water wave and loose deep wave and loose waves are great textures that you could go back and forth, straightening it and conditioning it. I mean, wearing it wavy. But you have to make sure that you highly condition these type of wigs so you can keep the waves. Okay, so that's one main thing that I would definitely say and suggest to you guys if you are thinking about straightening wigs like this. But anyway, so I'm gonna take some Ruby Kisses in a shade 16, and I'm gonna put that over the lace, and I'm also gonna put it on my stocking cap, because my stocking cap is a little beige, and that's not my skin color, and we need to make sure that the colors is coloring, because we're gonna make sure that this wig is glueless, and yeah, and just make sure that everything is melted. So spritz is a holy grail. If you could get your hands on some spritz, I highly suggest it. It will be linked down below in my description box for you guys off of Amazon. So get that Amazon Prime spritz bottle. All right, and I'm just gonna lay my baby hairs. And then at this point, I'm just making sure that the top of my hair is smooth. It's not lumpy. It's not bumpy. It's just giving what it's supposed to give. And then I took a little bit of spritz just to put the seal of the front of the lace down, because sometimes it doesn't matter if you got a closure or a frontal, the edge of the lace kind of like sits up. So I just take a little bit on the tip of my rat tail and press it down on my skin so it can stay down, and you will not know a difference, because you just want to mold that seam down, so when it does wear off, it won't have a flip that's up. See, you see what I mean? Like, it just looks good. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're interested in this glueless wig, I will have the information down below in the description box for you. Everything that I used in this video will be down there as well. And until next time, bye best friends, and thank you, Unice, for sponsoring this video.